The system is broken. The problems are not new, the violence is not new, and the racial divide definitely is not new. But the urgency to create change is at an all-time high.
Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Tamir Rice, Eric Gardner, Laquan McDonald, Alton Sterling, Philando Castile.
The racial profiling has to stop. The shoot-to-kill mentality has to stop.
Let's use this moment as a call to action for all professional athletes to educate ourselves, explore these issues, speak up, use our influence, and renounce all violence.
Dude, I'm sitting here in my office watching the damn news, man, and it's hurting my heart, yo. It's hurting my heart. Like this, at this point, man, let's just all understand that the justice system is flawed and needs help being revamped. Okay, these are innocent people. These are innocent people dying. God damn, man, I'm raising kids. And this is not the world that I thought that we would be living in at this time. At this time? Look, man, I spread love because I believe in it, and I spread love all over to everybody. All races, all shapes, all sizes, but this has to be addressed, man. It has to be addressed. These are innocent people dying. Dying. It's a sad day, man. It's a sad fucking day.
Mr. Speaker, I had planned to talk about something else this morning, but the events of the last 12 hours changed my plans. I watched this morning on TV and online, like a lot of Americans, another of our fellow Americans shot down by the police. This time it was in St. Paul, Minnesota. Earlier this week it was in Baton Rouge. But we know it is everywhere, in Chicago, in Baltimore, in South Carolina. It seems that every week or month, another black man is shot by the police, and we always have the same reaction. Oh, it's tragedy. There should be an investigation. A lawsuit is filed and another settlement. Oh, the Justice Department and the FBI need to oversee the investigation because we cannot trust the police to police themselves. And then we go back to business as usual and nobody actually does anything. State by state, city by city, and county by county, we might make this reform or that reform. But there is no national strategy to stop police from killing people, especially black people, especially black men. I wept this morning as I watched the mother of Philando Castile describe her son. She said he had a job, he served children in the cafeteria, and that he was a calm young man. She also said that he was not a thug. Why does a black woman in 21st century in the United States of America, while a black man sits in the Oval Office almost 50 years after Martin Luther King Jr. was gunned down, why does she have to start her description of her son with that he was not a thug? She said, we're being hunted. Mr. Speaker, this is another sad chapter in American history. I do not feel compelled to say in describing my grandson, Luisito, well, first and foremost, he's not a gangbanger, he's not a thug. But for this black mother and for a lot of African American mothers in this country, that is something they feel a necessity to say. This mother did everything right. Her son was still shot dead by the police. This young man was riding in the passenger seat of a car with his fiancée and 4-year-old little daughter in the back seat. He had a permit to carry a weapon, which he announced to the police. So he had gone through the background check, gone through the training, and had the concealed carry permit. But he was shot dead in front of his loved ones, his fiancée and daughter. Why is it in 21st century America we have to have a conversation about how to avoid being shot by the police? Why do I have to instruct my grandson about de-escalation if he comes in contact with the police? About strategies to prevent a sworn public servant, an officer of the court, a trained member of law enforcement, and I have to instruct my teenage grandson how to prevent that person from shooting him to death for no reason. Why, Mr. Speaker? We have no national strategy, no national conversation. When Americans are literally crying out in the streets that yes, Black Lives Matter, we have no response from the Congress, the People's House. None. The head of the FBI announces he won't press charges against a candidate in the Democratic Party. Stop everything. We need to have hearings, congressional hearings. Benghazi, let's spend millions on hearings, politically hearings. Planned Parenthood, let's form a special committee to do what the majority party feels is important from their political point of view. But a young black man is shot by police in his car in cold blood, nothing. Young men are shot by police, videotapes are withheld from the public, and nothing happens. Mr. Speaker, I think Black Lives Matter. I think the lives of young men in inner cities across this country matter, and I think this Congress should be the place where America comes together to decide what we are going to do about young black men getting shot by the police. Not next week, when it's gonna happen again. Not next month, when it's gonna happen again. Not waiting safely until after the election, when it happens again, and again. Mr. Speaker, this Congress needs to come together and lead, and we need to start right now.